Hello and welcome to my channel. Today I'm gonna do a small application using .NET Core 5, using C Sharp, and using the IDE Visual Studio. And for the database, it will be SQL Server. So it's really a small single class application that using Entity Framework Core. So using scaffolding, and to need to follow this tutorial, you're gonna need to install Visual Studio, either the latest version 2022, but I think I used the yes I used the version for Visual Studio 2019. So and also SQL Server, so Management Studio. You install SQL Server Management Studio and SQL Server, and I think you're good to go. So, and you will find a lot of tutorials for installation for this too. Okay, so I'm gonna start. I will keep it brief. So, the thing that I'm gonna do today is a code first application. So, I will come here and I'm gonna choose ASP.NET Web Application with model view and controller. If you can't find it, you just type here MVC or ASP.NET Core Web App and you will find it. So, okay, student management. Okay, so authentication none. Okay, .NET Core 5. Now we are in .NET 6, but I'm still using .NET Core 5. Okay, so here's our project. We can find our project, the startup class, the startup class, the program, the app setting JSON, and the views, the models, the controllers. Here the resources for the CSS, JavaScript for the front end. And also here, like if we use the service that we're gonna upload something to the to our application, like an image or a PDF, so our PDF will be stored here. That's for another session in the future. So as I said, I make this, I did this, I will make a lot of videos to make a reference to my knowledge during the time, and to share also my knowledge, because everyone is deserve to know and share and comment. That's the way, and we get forward. Sorry. So I'm still a student in Bachelor DevOps. I live in Lyon, France. So if you have any questions, hesitation, do you have remarks, don't hesitate to comment below, and I will reply as soon as possible. So to keep it brief, first of all, I recommend to install the Entity Framework Core. So I will get here, Entity Framework Core. Okay. Here you should pay attention. If you are on .NET 6, we should all install the version 6.0.0 or 6 or the latest 6.0.4. If you're using 3.1, you should only install the 3.1 Entity Framework Core version. Now we're using .NET 5, we're gonna use the latest version of .NET 5. So, can I install? Great. Okay, accept. And the second thing is SQL Server. framework core, SQL Server, POFT version, and the tools. Okay, great. Okay, so now we have our packages installed. So, the thing's gonna do, so I'm gonna to the model, add new item, new class. We're gonna call it student. We're gonna create today a CRUD application, simple CRUD application to add for student management. Okay, student, sorry, I made a mistake. Student, okay. So here, we're gonna do prop, double tap. So it will be, I think it's an int, yeah. We're gonna start with the ID, so sorry. Student, ID student, ID student. Okay, prop, it will be string name, last name, first name, and age. Age. Here I'm gonna add something that we call a reference key. That's key, and this means basically that it's a primary key for our table and in the database. Okay, okay, great. So I'm gonna save it. I'm gonna add a new item called class. I'm gonna call it the student DB context. Okay, student DB context. We add the class. Okay, so the DB context is gonna student DB context is gonna inherit it from DB context. Okay, so I made a mistake because I need a big C here. So here I should only import using Microsoft Entity Framework Core and it should work. Great. So I'm gonna make a constructor. Yes, and here I'm gonna define what I have in the DB context. So here I'm gonna do the DB context options. Yes, options, and now I'm gonna define the student's DB context. Okay, options and base options. Okay, and now, okay, prefer to make it that way. Now I'm gonna create our DB set of our student. Call it students, and we're gonna give it a get and set. Okay, so now we're good to go. So we created successfully our DB context.